Welcome to What's Gaming episode 13, where we take a new approach and act a little bit like my other show, Super Tech Hangout Squad. And I'm not only talking about in format of the show, but also we have Steve.
Thanks for having me again, Phil. Happy to be here. I can't wait to talk about games.
Games! That's what the whole point of the show is. Today I'm drinking Arizona. It's a diet iced tea for my diet.
Is that good?
No. It's not that good at all, honestly. So, but I do like Arizona in general. I just don't like their diet iced tea. It sucks. Okay, so let's get into games. And we're talking about the dates between August 14th and August 20th. Because I've been a little bit out of the loop dealing with wedding stuff and all. So, the first thing I'd like to talk about is Japanese retailers phasing out Xbox 360. What do you think, Steve?
I think it's a little early to phase it out, but I'm told, excuse me, I'm told the 360 doesn't sell too well in Japan to begin with, so I guess they're making shelf space for all the new PS3s that they're going to sell.
Or Vitas, they might be making room for those because
make room for them.
I'm sure that's going to be super popular in Japan.
Yeah, I guess it's I'm kind of surprised by it because they spent a lot of time and effort adding Japanese language support to the indie games channel, and there was all kinds of indie games coming in from Japan, but I guess they're taking them off the shelf.
I guess if they get to the point where they're not selling like hardly anything, why bother carrying them? Like you said.
Well, I mean, they're still selling here, though, right? Like, they're still great console over here. And,
oh, yeah. People love it. People like the Kinect. And
best-selling consumer device of all time, so they say.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Except, doesn't the iPhone 4 sell better? Not a consumer device?
You shouldn't argue
with Microsoft.
They know what they're
Microsoft
doing.
Sales team do never lie. They never lie at all.
They're experts in counting stuff like that.
There's got to be a loophole there where they're kind of correct. Yeah. What's a story you'd like to talk about on this list that we have?
I guess the one that I think is kind of funny is the Notch challenging Bethesda to a Quake 3. I heard it was a Quake 3 arena deathmatch game.
Now, what's the Notch?
Notch is the lead developer, I guess the creator of that indie game called Minecraft. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's got millions of players. It's like a world-building game. You go out, you build these little worlds. People have built like replicas of the Starship Enterprise in Minecraft.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's not like
see that on YouTube.
Yeah. There's lots of YouTube videos that'll show you what Minecraft and the cool stuff that you can build in it. Now it's not a virtual world game like Second Life. It's more just you get your own server. You set up on your local machine, and other people can join in and play on it with you. But there's really only, I think, 16 to 32 players that can be on it. So, they're releasing a new game. The people who make Minecraft, and there's the name they want to use, Scrolls, is trademarked by Bethesda. So they're fighting it out in court. Notch wants to just settle it with a game of Quake 3 Deathmatch, which I think should be the way all trademark.
Are they just hoping to name their game just the name Scrolls?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they want to call it Scrolls. I think it's just Scrolls. I read the article last week. You're asking a lot of me to go back and remember that.
Yeah.
And I can't read quick enough and talk at the same time to find out. But yeah, it's they wanted to call a game Scrolls, and Bethesda already has a game called The Elder Scrolls, and they said that's too close. We're gonna sue you.
I hate trademark stuff where it just becomes stupid.
Well, if all of these trademark and patent cases were settled by a game of Quake 3 Deathmatch, I think that would fix all the world's problems, Phil.
Was there a winner?
No, I don't think they're going to do it. They're going to fight it out in court. So.
That's too bad. It would have been nice, and it would have been good if they would at least... couldn't they just, like, if they have a trademark, can't they just have, like, buy a licensing fee for the right to call it that, or make some kind of agreement?
I guess that's what the court case is
Oh,
supposed to
wait.
put pressure on. They're going to pressure them to come to
Did
an
you say it
agreement
was
on.
Electronic Arts or someone else?
No, it's Bethesda.
Bethesda. Aren't they owned
Yeah.
by Electronic Arts?
I don't know. Are they?
Aren't they now?
I thought they were.
Separate?
I don't know.
I thought they were
I'm not
distributed
that.
by EA or something. I could be wrong. I could be right. Who knows? Let's go on. PlayStation 3 is now $249 for the cheapest one. There's some that are now like $300 that were $350. But every model of PlayStation 3, whatever the price was, is down $50.
That's great news for people who don't have a PS3 yet.
True that. Like, if you don't have a PS3, you should get one. And if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you should get it. I just thought I'd throw that in there.
I don't have PlayStation Plus. What am I missing?
Oh, what are you missing? Every
Yeah.
week there is discounts. So if you ever like tend to buy games from the PlayStation Network, it might be worthwhile to get PlayStation Plus. As well as that, you get some free games, some free PlayStation Network games, or whatever comes up. Sometimes it's PlayStation Minis. Sometimes it's old console games from the PlayStation, like the old original PlayStation. Like, I just got Destruction Derby for free. Destruction Derby. That game is freaking awesome. I haven't played it yet, but no, I played it way back when it was on the PlayStation. Actually, I think I played it when it was on the N64.
Okay.
But if it's the game that I remember, it has like these modes where it's like last man standing, and you go in this crazy figure 8 track, and you just keep going until there's one guy left.
Okay.
It was an awesome game to play, and I got it for free. That's awesome. And then you can get themes for free. You can get avatar stuff for free if you actually go on home and you don't have life. Stuff like that. I just renewed for 3 months. I love it.
Okay. So it's refreshed on a weekly basis, this new content?
Yes, it is.
All
You
right.
can also get full game trials, like 1 hour full game trials, not just
Oh.
demos, full game. And if you tend to like that game, you can buy it on the spot and continue where you left off.
Oh, that's impressive. That's good.
Yeah, that's really
Well done.
nice. But
Well
yeah,
done, Sony.
if you don't have a PlayStation 3, you can now go buy one for $50 cheaper, and then get yourself a Sony Vita and connect the two and have some fun. And
Yeah, do you think they're going to drop the price of the Vita, seeing how this little handheld is going to be the same price as this monster console?
I think that they were originally going to have the Vita as more expensive, and they dropped it by the time of the conference so that they could compete with things like the Wii U.
Hmm.
So I don't see a price drop coming at all.
Oh, that's too bad.
Pick a thing off the list, Steve.
Video of the new Xbox 360 dashboard shows off new Bing features.
Now, I believe this is the Bing features they showed off at E3.
Yeah, and I just picked the worst one on purpose because I thought you'd laugh. Sorry, Phil.
No, I kind of like it. If I still had a 360, I would enjoy it, because the whole Bing thing is you can search your whole 360 database. You can search all of the shop that they have, everything. And I think that's brilliant. Like, if I want to find anything to do with WWE, because I'm a huge wrestling fan, I can do so. I can type it into the Bing thing. They have the whole Bing photo of the day thing going as well. And you just type in whatever word, it'll populate every single instance that has WWE in it. And I can find DLC, I can find little games that they might have of WWE. You might even find music if they add that into the search. I think that's brilliant.
Okay. I picked the worst one. I thought it was the worst one on the list, but if you like Bing, then I guess that's a good story.
Well, think about it this way. I'm going to sell you on it here. Think about if no. Think about
They're already selling me on it because they called it Bing, right? I'm already being sold to. It's just search. It's just searching your console, searching for games, searching for whatever's on your console, and they called it Bing instead of search. So I'm already being sold.
All right.
But go ahead.
How about this? You're a community games person. You
Mhm.
put your game on the Xbox 360 on their indie games platform, right? What's that game called?
Boned.
Okay, now if someone wants to find that, how difficult is it to find?
It'll take you a while. It would take like a couple minutes to go find it.
Otherwise, I could just mention it on the show, right? And then someone could then go on Bing on their 360 and type it in, and boom, it's right there.
Yeah.
Or if
guess
they want a chess game, they just type in chess, and your keyword
Yep.
results would
They
show
could
up
have called
with
it
Pong.
search though, built-in search. They
Well, obviously they're going to market it as their own, right? They're gonna they want to
okay.
carry the name so that people that use it on
Must-
Xbox will most likely use it on their computer.
All right. Must they though, Phil? Must they?
Yeah, I think if you were in the same shoes, you would do the same things in hopes that people would stop using Google.
I don't. I'd call it search. I just call it search. I wouldn't call it Bing.
It's marketing, Steve. It's marketing. It's not about ease of use. It's about marketing.
Okay, the real story that I wanted to choose off that
Okay,
list
you
was
have
that
2 minutes and 45 seconds, so make it count.
Modern Warfare 3 is going to have dedicated servers on the PC.
Now, what does this mean for everyone out there who is going to play Modern Warfare 3 or are thinking about playing it?
It means that people like me who used to play on their 3G iPhone tethered connection won't be joining your server and then becoming the host, making your entire game experience completely suck. It's going to be a nice, fast, responsive gameplay experience, and that's good news because they cheaped out in the last version and they tried to make everybody who plays gets to host the game, and seriously, I played a lot of games on my 3G connection and. It must not have been fun when I became the server. That's all I'm saying.
So, for those who are laymen and don't understand the terms, before in the example that Steve's given, you would have to host the whole game on whatever device you're connected with. If you're hooked up to your laptop through your 3G, you'd have to host the game through that. But this way, it hosts on their own servers, and the servers are as fast as can be. You don't have to worry about it.
There's nobody like me with a slow internet connection that is going to suddenly become the server, because if you're the server and you quit, somebody else has to take over your role, and that's kind of chosen. Who knows how it's chosen, but it seems like it's random. But I've become the server a few times, and the gameplay sucked after that. So
dedicated servers tend to be a definite thing that they use when you've got enough money coming in from the game. After a while, they'll take away the dedicated servers when the game's not as popular because not as many people are using it, and it takes up a lot of money to free up that to keep that space in the servers.
yeah, and I guess that's always sad because that means that this awesome game that you used to play is been decommissioned. You can't play it online anymore once that happens.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of that if you have like an old PlayStation or something like that, and you're trying to play online. It just won't work.
Yeah, just last year they shut down the Halo servers. And there were people who were just trying to play to the last second, and they shut them down. That was sad. So,
well, now they can play Halo 20th anniversary, 10th anniversary. I don't know what it is. That's coming out soon, so that'll be awesome for them.
does it have Bing? Will it have Bing?
It'll have Bing, so you can search for
awesome
porn.
I can't wait. Good.
All right, so that's the end of this episode 13 of What's Gaming. We'll be back for episode 14 coming at you in a week's time. Say bye, Steve.
Bye, Steve.
Oh, you're so funny. There's the timer.